Hi everyone, so for today's review video I'll be talking to you about the newest foundation that has been recently released into a drugstore, and I'm talking about Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. From what I've read about this foundation on the website I bought it from, it's meant to be buildable, it's meant to give a satin finish. I'm actually not quite sure what type of skin it is best for. Myself, I have quite dry and sensitive skin. I tend to get a bit oily around my nose area, and as you can see I've got quite a lot of redness going on as well. So I've picked up a couple of shades as I was buying this foundation online, and let's hope they are all right, because if you watch any of my foundation review videos, I buy most of my makeup online, and I tend not to get my shades right. So as I said, I've got two shades. One of them is F1 and F3. So F1 is meant to be for fair skin tones with neutral undertone, and F3 is meant to be for fair skin tones with pink undertone. I'm just gonna swatch them and see which one kind of would match me the best. So I've got F1, which is, that was the palest shade as well, F1. And talking about the shades, how good is the range in this foundation? There's 18 shades, and one more thing, of course, this foundation is only £5, so let's hope it is really good, because that would be really nice. Right, and this is F3. Okay, I think I'm gonna actually go for shade F1, and I've already primed my face with my Sleek Hydrating Primer. Ooh. Oh, it blends really nicely actually. I usually have problems with blending stick foundations, but this blends out really nice. Okay, so that is one portion of my face done. So that one layer has evened out my skin tone really well. I can see a bit of redness peeking through, but not a huge amount. Yeah, I would say at the moment it is more of a satin finish. So I'm just gonna go ahead and build it now and see how that works out. I feel like it still blends well on top of the first layer. I feel like the coverage is actually really nice. It covered all of my redness on my cheek. Even though it covered all of my redness on the cheek, you can still kind of see my skin through. It's not like it's a layer of a thick foundation. You know how certain medium to high coverage foundation can just sit on your skin. This looks really nice. I'm really liking this so far. I mean, I've had it only on my face for about 10 minutes, but I'm liking the way it looks. I'm just gonna finish off the rest of my face, and in a minute I'll switch off my artificial light and zoom in so you can see up close what it all looks like. And this is now without artificial light. So as far as the first application goes, I think it's a nice foundation. It, as you can see, it gave me a nice coverage. It built up nicely, it blended up nicely as well, and it sits nicely on top of my skin. And it is, yeah, there is a bit of a transfer on it, so just something to keep in mind. I'll check in with you in about 4 hours after the foundation had some good time to set. It's been now 4 hours since I've applied the foundation, and started to slightly separate around my mouth, around here, so I can see a bit of separation. And my area where I get sometimes oily around my nose, it started to look slightly shiny just around here, but not overly like oily or anything, just a bit more shiny than the rest of my face. Up at that, the coverage is still there. Up at this bit here, I feel like it looks still really good. As I say, it feels really comfortable on my dry skin. So as you can see, there's a bit of shine here, and that's my chin area. I start to separate a bit. So yeah, that's how it looks at the 4-hour mark, and I'm just gonna check in with you for my final update in another 4 hours. It's been now 8 hours since I've applied the foundation on, and it got a bit more shiny around my nose. Also the issue of separation around my mouth, it actually doesn't look any worse than it did at the 4-hour check. Pretty much exactly the same. It doesn't look any worse, but there's no separation elsewhere. It feels comfortable on my dry skin, and I feel like, you know, for £5 everyone pretty much should try it out regardless what skin type you've got, because of course I've used moisturizing primer and I've used moisturizer before I've applied this foundation. So if you've got oil skin and you've got, you know, all of your stuff you do to keep your skin matte, you still should go and give this foundation a go. Yeah, I am quite impressed. In my opinion, it looks much better than the Forever HD foundation stick. That one tends to separate on me quite badly all everywhere, regardless what primer I use. So I'm quite impressed with this £5 gem. So that pretty much completes this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you've got any questions, of course, just comment down below, and I will see you in my next video.